Hello, nerdlings. Welcome back to SourceFedNERD, the show where we shove nerdy things into your face. And this episode is brought to you by Full Sail University. Here's what you can expect in this video.
We're going to tell you why Sam's wearing a crown. We're going to take a guess. You're emotional. You're feeling unloved. You came into a lot of money.
All of those.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you how you can take a tour of the Enterprise. People lose it over this snap of a new Morticia.
News of movie sequels, Man of Steel 2, Jurassic World 2, The Conjuring 2.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Plus, J.K. Rowling adds to the history of the Potter family in this whole new Pottermore. Plus, we find out once and for all if Sam truly is a Hufflepuff. But first, in some freaking awesome tech type news, it seems that Apple may be heading into the automobile business. The juicy scoop from the Wall Street Journal states that we may be seeing an Apple car sometime in 2019.
The rumor stems from a recent reshuffling of staff members. Apparently, the 600-member automotive team at Apple has been given permission to triple their staff. Sounds like Apple is planning something deliciously cool.
An apple a day keeps the gas away.
I don't actually want to high-five that.
Can we guarantee, though, that we're going to be seeing Apple cars by 2019? And will they be shaped in apples?
No.
Oh.
Well, there's a chance.
Okay.
It's an optimistic release date, and it isn't uncommon for a project of this size and complexity to miss ship date deadlines, says the Wall Street Journal, but we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Could you imagine starting your car from your iPhone?
Could you imagine having to buy a new adapter when you release a new model of the car? Or could you imagine your car starting to slow down because you didn't update to a newer model?
And just stop working altogether?
Yeah.
Apple, guess what? You can't sneak anything by us, the consumer.
We know your tricks.
Took a bite out of that one. You know what? Technology is doing some pretty sweet things these days. We've seen virtual reality growing from strength to strength, and now developers are getting pretty creative with it.
Sure, yesterday we saw dead or alive athletes and fighters playing extreme volleyball. It was one use, but this one is seriously awesome, especially if you're a Trekkie.
Now, this Enterprise 3D construction project, still in its demo version, lets you virtually explore the intricacies and interior of the Enterprise. You can walk around the ship as if you're a member of the crew, absorbing the layout and walking the hallways and rooms of the spacecraft.
There's limited interaction, however. You're the only person on the ship, but you can get into a smaller shuttle and explore the space nearby.
The quality is pretty surprising, so if you want to jump on board, you can check out the full demo in the description of the video.
Live long and prosper, motherfuckers. Let's talk about sequels for a second, may we? Recently, people have been freaking out about the potential Man of Steel sequel with George Miller attached that will star Kara Zor-El, Brainiac, and Bizarro.
Oh, you've been hurting your fingers. Leave them alone.
Yeah, first off, I'm doing too many air quotes. Second of all, everyone needs to chill. These are just rumors. And apparently, Zack Snyder is saying Batboy vs. Boy Scout is Man of Steel 2.
Wow, all right, Zack Snyder. You know what? You can jerk us around with fake outs and rumors, but don't you dare lie to us.
That's just rude. The official quote goes a little something like this. I think in a way Batman v Superman is Man of Steel 2. Justice League is kind of the transcendent Knights of the Round Table of the story. It'd be interesting to think about what a standalone Superman movie might be.
Back it up, back it up. It would be interesting to think of what a Man of Steel Superman movie might be. It'd be interesting to think about it. How about you just do it?
It'd be
How about you just
interesting.
give us a standalone? Well, that's interesting. I don't like that.
In the realm of Jurassic World, director Colin Trevorrow opened up about the premise of Jurassic World 2.
To an extent, at least. Colin talked about how Jurassic World was based on the Ian Malcolm quote.
You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it.
And the follow-up movie will explore a world where a man and dinos live together, not just in the secluded island that's removed from everyday life, in a way.
Nerd alert! I love this idea because I personally enjoyed all the throwbacks in that film, and it's even cooler that they're building off the very ideas introduced by those iconic characters.
So hold on, is this gonna be like a Pokemon world where you go into the tall grass and boom, a wild dinosaur appears?
No clue. All I need is Ian Malcolm in the next movie. He doesn't even have to be shirtless, all right? He just needs to be doing those classic Jeff Goldblumisms.
Now, more movie goodies. The Conjuring 2 has begun production. The film will follow our favorite paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Patrick Wilson and my twin/mother, Vera Farmiga, will be returning to their famous roles, and we can expect this movie out June 10th, 2016.
Best part? Here's a pic of a priest that was brought onto the set to bless it. God bless America. It seems that James Wan isn't willing to take any risks when fucking with ghosts.
What if the set became possessed? Because they didn't treat it with the proper...
With the proper respect
Yeah.
of a movie.
Yeah. And it's the image that tugs at your nostalgic heartstrings while forcing your hands together in some sort of prayer to the entertainment god. Christina Ricci, known to most as Wednesday Addams, has all grown up.
Some might even say she now looks like her mother.
Yeah, her on-screen mother. Look, She's freaking Morticia. Oh man, sure, it's not real and a fan photoshopped it and then it went tumbling on the internet, but a big hug for the person that created this because you have created an idea and one that we are not so secretly loving.
Since Hollywood is no stranger to the reboot, it makes perfect sense to see what Wednesday is up to within her new adulthood. And if it's anything like this picture where she emulates Angelica Houston's original promo picture for the film from the 90s, then we're on board.
We are so on board. This is another example of when the internet wins. Now, speaking of amazing things on the internet, the real British queen, J.K. Rowling, has dropped another fictional nugget sure to get Potterheads sweating.
If you hit up the Harry Potter online Bible Pottermore, you'll firstly notice that it's got itself a little makeover.
Ooh, pretty. JK has put out an introductory video as to what Pottermore is all about, what you can expect, and yes, she promises new characters.
Then you'll see that there's a newly published excerpt from the author called The Potter Family, which is canon, meaning that these are actual and accurate events that took place within her fictional universe.
She goes back into the depth of Potter's family tree, outlining the lineage from the 12th century onwards, including the tale of how the invisibility cloak ended up with Harry.
With Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them filming right now this very minute, with Eddie Redmayne cast as Newt and others like The Flash's Ezra Miller and Colin Farrell in it, it seems like that world of JK is not going to die down anytime soon.
You know what, as a proud Gryffindor, I'm excited about this news. You know, the extended biographies, the continued tales, a new adventure.
As a proud Gryffindor, I'm so happy you found joy in this mod.
That is say something that a Hufflepuff would say.
I'm not a Hufflepuff.
I'm pretty sure you're Hufflepuff.
I don't care, but I'm not a Hufflepuff.
Why? If you don't care, then why don't you just accept it?
Because it's not true. It's just, obviously, if you were just to think about it for a second, you'd say that I'm a Gryffindor.
What, you're not though.
Okay, here. Example, The Flash is colors. What are they?
Red and yellow.
Oh! Red is the main color of the Flash, and yellow is just a side color. What is the fucking coat of arms or whatever for Gryffindor?
Yeah, Gryffindor, but you know
is
how...
red
What's
and
the first thing you
yellow.
said about this? You don't care? You don't give a fuck, maybe one might say? Who doesn't give a fuck? The honey badger.
Flash.
The honey badger. And guess whose sigil and animal is the badger? Hufflepuff! Dude, face it! You are Hufflepuff, okay?
I'm Gryffindor.
Have you taken the test? Did you take the Pottermore test?
I signed up for
Did you take
Pottermore, but you have to take all those frickin' first
Take
chapters.
the test. We're taking the test.
So I gotta take these dumbass questions, and I'm gonna find out what fucking stupid thing I'm gonna be part of?
Go on. Good.
Okay, what is your age? 18 to 24. I like this. Which of the following would you most hate? Would most people hate to call you?
What? Which the following would you most hate people to call you?
There's not a reading portion of this test, is there? After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? Miss you but smile. As for more stories about your adventures, think with admiration of your achievements. I don't care what people think of me after I'm dead. No, I don't really care. Given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that would guarantee you glory, wisdom, love, or power? How would you like to be known to history? 4 goblets are placed before you. Which would you choose to drink? Once every century, the flutter patrol has gone berserk now. Diamond. What are you most looking forward to? One of your housemates is cheated in a hog. You and 2 friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll who's so bright that it hurts your eyes. One of you before you will submit your answers.
What? Oh, come on!
Oh, Gryffindor. Gryffindor, because Pottermore apparently doesn't have the quiz anymore. So we took it here. I am a Gryffindor by 84%. I am also 64% Slytherin, whatever. 62% Ravenclaw, and 32% Hufflepuff. You're definitely a Hufflepuff. Maud, I don't need to take a damn quiz to tell me if I am a Gryffindor or not. Yes you do. You have to, because if you don't, you're a Hufflepuff.
So that's it from us. What house are you sorted into?
Would you like to see another Addams Family with Christina Ricci running the household?
How many shirtless photos of Jeff Goldblum do you have?
20. Would you don a red, yellow, or blue to trek through the Enterprise?
Would you want Siri in your car? Let us know in the comments below.
And thank you to our sponsor, Full Sail University. If you've ever considered working behind the scenes to create video games, Full Sail University offers programs that can prepare you for a future in the industry. Whether you're interested in coding, art, producing, or mobile game development, there's a game degree program at Full Sail University that can teach you the tools, tech, and workflow used by today's studios.
Full Sail has offered game programs for more than a decade, and many of their graduates have worked on titles such as Grand Theft Auto 5,
the Call of Duty series,
Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and more. In addition, Full Sail students receive a laptop along with game industry software at a deep institutional discount.
Visit fullsail.edu/sfnerd to learn more. This is Sam.
This is Maud.
See you tomorrow.
I don't know about you, but this sounds like A+ casting.
Oh, agreed.
Oh, agreed.
Agreed. Hey,
agreed.
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 Oh, good. Because there's a drop of water, and if you see this, which way is it going to go? Which way is the drop of water going to go? Which way do you think?
What if it floated off and ran away? Chaos theory.